There are 0 Hindu nations on the planet today. There is not a single country constitution that protects Hindu life and tradition. All other major religions are recognized and protected by the official constitutional declarations of various nations, but there is not a single land on earth that recognizes and protects Hindu life and culture as an expressed goal. In fact, many nations don't go so far as to even recognize Hinduism as a religion. Seems unbelievable. The most ancient lifestyle on the planet of 2 billion practicing Hindus is not protected by a single land anywhere. The most ancient lifestyle is not protected anywhere. No one stands for Hindu life and living Hindus. Not one place, anywhere. Why? The Constitution of India, with more than 1 billion living Hindus, a quantity of practitioners that cannot be claimed in such number by any other country, also works against Hindu lives. The maintenance of Hindu life and culture through an education system is acutely targeted in various segments of the Indian Constitution document. The constitutional approach to education for Hindus in India is to choke, disadvantage, steal, and destroy Hindu life and culture opportunity. Article 26 prevents investment in Hindu education. Article 30 grants freedoms only to non-Hindu educators along with funding. Article 15.5 prevents government interference in non-Hindu educational institutions, and Article 21A, the Right to Education Act, destroys infrastructure of Hindu educators and institutions. Article 26 of the Indian Constitution allows all gurukuls, Veda Pathshalas, to operate only under a trust, whereas Article 30 exclusively grants non-Hindus the freedom to create for-profit educational institutions. For-profit Hindu schools are not allowed. Articles 26 and 30 act to prevent new investment into Hindu educational infrastructure. Article 15.5 in the Constitution of India specifically states that nothing shall prevent state intervention into Hindu institutions, whereas non-Hindu groups are specifically distanced from direct government interference. Under Article 30, non-Hindu institutions are granted property rights to preserve the denominational character of the minority institution, whereas Hindu institutions have no such protection and are at the mercy of the state when it comes to property rights. Non-Hindu institutions identified by language and religion are also explicitly made eligible for additional grants and aid from the government, whereas Hindus are not. The Right to Education Act of Article 21A, passed in 2009, dealt a death blow to the Hindu educator. The act effectively has the impact of locking up of working capital of Hindu education, limiting through regulation admission to Hindu schools, and requiring pre-approval even for admission fee changes. Again, only for Hindus. This act is a problem as it is applicable only for Hindu-run institutions. A non-Hindu institution has complete freedom in how it operates, the admission process, recruits, and fee charges. This has resulted in a death blow to small schools across India, and only larger schools are able to maintain the bureaucratic and operational burden. Most of the neighborhood schools in India are family-run schools, while the RTE forces them to forego up to 25% of the students and revenue. As a result, many Hindu educators have simply lost their livelihood. The Supreme Court has already, in a 2-to-1 judgment, upheld the constitutionality of the Right to Education Act, in effect agreeing to the view that it is okay to discriminate against Hindus and Hindu educators. Hindu parents are forced to send their kids to non-Hindu schools, which are either too expensive or don't serve their religious needs. The result has been closure for over 100,000 schools in India, almost all of them belonging to Hindus.